Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss bourbon production shutdowns. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Poole and Jeff Andrezzi.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, so we're going to be talking today about bourbon production shutdowns. What are they? Why does it happen? And is this something that is large scale? We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, Jeff said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, sir?
I'll get to the why I'm asking this after a bit, but do you have a phrase or something that you say pretty regular that you're known for?
Yes.
Okay. What is that, Kathy?
It's merciful heavens.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
I don't
Really?
I'm not in your social network, I guess.
No.
Merciful heavens.
Merciful heavens.
Yeah. Which is, ridiculous.
Right.
But
Yeah.
when I'm around other people, maybe it's not appropriate to say, what the fuck?
Right.
Ah,
No. Oh.
It's a substitute for what the fuck.
That's corporate KK when she's at
Corporate KK.
work for merciful heavens.
Merciful heavens. Okay.
Merciful heavens.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's not a good one. I mean, it's not. No, I don't know that it is interesting. It's just.
I think it is interesting.
So-
It is coming from you, from some
This
other
is
things you've said.
information, so it
Yeah.
isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. From
It is hard for me not to cuss at work.
Okay.
Oh, I
And-
just actually, so on my team call, we all got we all know too much about each other.
Right.
But now we just all do, and we're like, okay, next call, we gotta rein that in. We all have to check each other because we kind of really became
That's
friends
what you think you're known for?
that close. And now we're just like, fuck this, fuck that, what the shit is this? We just all say what we're thinking in our team call. But then we're like, all right, we got to go talk to this team. We got to talk to that office. We know when to rein it in, but we're not professional in my team at all.
So, is there a phrase in your life, though, that you're known for saying, McNew?
Yes, and I don't love it about myself.
Okay, I want to hear this because I think I've got several that I would throw in.
It's one that you say that you mock me for all the time, that you try to do my voice. It's, oh my God.
Oh my
God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was one that I had queued up. The other one was ruined it. You ruined it.
Runt.
Yeah.
It's ruined.
Runt.
Oh my God isn't always frustrating. Sometimes, oh my God, I'm so happy. I do say it all the time, even though I'm not a God person. I'm not a religious person. It just comes out as OMG is how
That's why I went to Kathy's too. That was confusing.
I know, right?
It's a God fearing person's sake.
No, because I do it in an excited way or a frustrated way. But Steve kind of like, it used to irritate me, but now I think it's funny when Steve tries to do my voice.
What do you mean tries? He sounds exactly like you.
Yes. Yeah.
Funny. But oh my god,
listeners cannot tell the difference.
They have no idea.
No idea. Because we're not a visual show. When I go into my impersonation, they don't know if it's me or you.
They have no idea.
I've been confused.
Yeah,
I thought Becca was the host. The next thing I know, McNew's on the show.
Right.
No, I do think it's the oh my god, because I probably do overuse that. But the runtit, I don't even think I use it that much, but I say it in such a funny way that it like took on its own life without my permission.
Without my permission.
It wasn't copyrighted.
I feel like you get a lot of stuff that gets runt, though. So I do feel like you use it a lot. So, yeah.
I do, where I'm like, that one email ruined my day.
Runt. Her day was runt.
It's runt. Yeah.
I probably use that more than I think I do, but.
Okay. I feel like I've got to be known for saying certain things, but I'm not sure what they are. I would have to ask other people, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think you have phrases. I think you have rants where we're like, this event is going to piss Steve off and we're going to get an epic rant. And it could be about anything. You could be mad about like a fucking banana and it's going to be epic.
Yeah. Well, you get to an age.
I think it's just something that's
just the old man rants.
I'm like, okay, old man rants is what it is.
Old man rants is a thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Jeff.
Jeff, what do you got?
Well, so I'll set this up. So last weekend was my 40th high school reunion. Okay. And so you're seeing everybody that you haven't seen for a while. And first event was out at the golf course, and there was teams playing a scramble. I decided not to play. I was just driving in a cart and heckling everybody because that's kind of what I do. And I pull up to a group of buddies, and one reminds me right away. He goes, well, I'm going to give the old Andreezy tee off here, and here goes nothing. That's because I was a notoriously bad slicer off the tee box.
Okay.
So I would just walk up, and I wouldn't even take a practice swing, and I'd always say that. Here goes nothing. And
rip it and rip it.
No. Yep, that was it. So that just
rip it and
but
rip
that
it?
got me thinking of some other things that
saying.
people hear me saying. So sometimes it'll be in a setting. If I see something big, so that and I feel to me. So if I see something,
okay, I think I heard this one when you and I were next to one another at the urinal. I heard this.
So Steve, this was when we were at dinner, actually, when the four of us went for dinner the other night, and Deb looked at that big Magnum bottle of wine.
Okay.
And she'd look at the size of that bottle. I said, yeah, I bet it doesn't take many of those to make a dozen. And I say that all the time, and people just give me this stupid look. They don't get it. That's freaking funny.
It is funny.
It is funny. And
I'm at you right now, like, what the fuck does that
I don't understand.
Oh, it doesn't take
it's perfectly ironic.
Yeah, it's that's kind of my sense of humor. If somebody's talking about making a trade on something, I'll say, yeah, I'll give you $20 and a pack of menthols. That's always and I don't smoke cigarettes, and my friends don't, but we always throw in the pack of menthols whenever we're talking about something.
Okay.
And this is one I've stole from my dad.
All right.
But if anyone's ever talking about the lottery, so the lottery gets up to 300 million, and people are talking about it, and I'd say, if I ever won the lottery, I'd spend half of it on whiskey and women, and I'd probably just blow the other half. And it doesn't matter. People have heard me say it 100 times. I'm going to keep saying it because I think it's freaking fun.
Like dad jokes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a dad joke, and that one I did steal from my dad. So that's just me.
So, no, okay, we can talk about dad phrases, though, because my dad used to say shit fire to save matches, and I still don't know what the fuck that means. But, like, apparently it's a very redneck saying that other people's like, yeah, my dad used to say that, too. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Because, like, he'd say it when he's mad, he'd be like, shit fire. Or he'd be like, shit fire and save matches. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Okay. I still, to this day, do not know what that means.
So I never had the chance to raise boys, but I had a buddy who told me that a dad's got to teach his boy there's 3 important things, and you got to learn these things. You need to know how to fuck, fight, and hold the light. So if you're holding and he was telling me this as I'm holding the flashlight, not where he wanted me to hold it. And he said, your dad
it's
obviously
never in the right place.
Yeah,
right.
But So
Never.
guys got to do those three things. So
Okay. All right. On that note, on that piece of sage advice, it is time to drink.
that is sage advice.
Yeah. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with KK.
I'm going to open up my Old Monroe maple syrup cask finish from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Okay.
Oh, I was hoping.
I thought it was going to be better than that.
I know, me
the lineup.
too.
There was the confidence in the poll there. But
I did have confidence, and I've only had a couple pours out of it.
yeah. I've got Uncle Nearest 1884 small batch. Uncle Nearest. Let's see what we got here. Nothing going on there. Nothing going on. So KK still has the lead, but Jeff looks ready to go. What do you got there, sir?
I'm ready. So I've got a bottle of Righteous Road, and if I remember right, KK, were you pouring this?
That I was.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah, is that the Gray Rider?
Yes, I ended up with a couple of these.
All right.
Oh, I can't even get this thing out of here.
It's a weird style you've got there.
It is. It's having all kinds of trouble.
That would be the way you proper cork removal.
There's something wrong with this here.
What the
I don't.
You've had the
I
weirdest.
honestly don't know what that was.
It just sounded like paper tearing.
Yeah,
It
or
did.
like suction.
That was weird.
Huh. You've had the weirdest cork pop noises tonight. KK's got the lead. McNew has yet to go, though. McNew, what do you got?
This one won't do much. It's a little baby bottle. Sticking with some Indiana distilleries. This is from Haberdasher out of Franklin.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No haberdasher there.
No, Haberdasher.
Yeah.
But look, do you guys think this like took the billionaires look though? Like, did they not copy?
Yes, yeah, that's.
Full
Yeah,
aesthetic?
I
Thompson's
think
in the
Brian
park.
Thompson should get on the phone with them right
He's
now.
in the middle of a lawsuit with them
I
right now.
sent this to him. I said they stole your look.
That's what we didn't talk about.
Yeah. He's like, huh. Oh my God.
Oh
All
my
right. Cheers, King.
Cheers. Oh, did I win?
You won. Cheers to
KK
KK.
won.
Hey.
KK
Yeah.
wins. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about this topic of bourbon production shutdowns. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking bourbon production shutdowns.
Yes, we are. So the time frame of typically July or August, or sometimes both, or sometimes end of July, beginning of August, there's usually a 4-week production shutdown at almost every distillery. Were you guys aware of this, first of all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I am now, but when I was first new to bourbon, I had like a summer vacation where I was like, let's go do the bourbon.
Right. And then there's nothing going on.
And there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to like go see the grounds because a lot of them are very beautiful. Maker's Mark, Woodford, if you go out that way, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous things to see. But it is disappointing when you expect to like.
You want to go see things working and they're like, oh, no.
I know this now, but like maybe if you're new to the world, you don't know that. So it is a good warning.
Yeah.
And it's so hot.
Right. There's several factors at play that why they do this. One of them being just the heat. I mean, it's hot distilling. You're taking everything to a boil, and that's going to end up heating up the air. And the equipment is generating energy, so it's going to also heat up the room. And it's hot inside because they're not typically air conditioned. You're not going to air condition where the stills at.
Not that space, right?
So you're it's just hot. So that's one of the reasons why. The other reason is most of them, especially when you're talking about the big guys, are running those column stills 24 hours a day continuously. They're just feeding them. Just so you got 3 different shifts, and they're keeping them going. And at some point, you need to take them down. You need to do some routine maintenance, check things, make sure everything's okay, clean them, all that kind of stuff. So they usually take about a month off to do repairs. And again, it's tactical. They're doing it when it's too hot to have the whole crews in there and stuff like that. And then they have the crews doing other things, whether they're working on the stills or they're helping out in the warehouse, whatever it is. So they typically aren't making whiskey this time of the year. And a lot of the small guys follow suit, like Royce Neely. He's not distilling right now. Adam Stumpf, not doing any distilling. Again, Wynton Lenny, not doing any distilling right now. It's just that time of the year when it's time to take a little bit of time off. So again, the distilleries aren't closed. It's just they're not making production whiskey.
So I can compare this, Steve, to my prior life at a power plant. Big coal-fired power plant. You've got a bunch of equipment. There's certain things you can't work on if the plant is running.
Yep.
So we would plan outages usually once a year. Sometimes it was only 2 weeks. Sometimes they were 6 or 8 weeks. And we did it in what we called the shoulder months, where power prices were low, the demand was low, spring and fall, as the temps are moderate, because we don't want to not be making power when the demand is there. So, but we would take these all the time. You needed to fix things that you can't get at.
Yeah, same concept, same exact concept.
Whether it's cleaning, whether it's repairs.
Yeah, so many manufacturing industries do this at least a week or 2 in the summer.
Yeah, just because of the equipment. It's any efficient company is going to have that equipment running as much as possible, and most of them, if they're of some size and they have a product that's nationwide, are probably 3 shifts and 24 hours a day. Well, at some point, things do need to get worked on, and so you try to plan it, and the weather, you plan it around that. So in Jeff's example, it's spring or fall works better, but in the bourbon industry, you want to avoid some of the heat, so you do it in the summer. So
you can take this down to even a smaller scale. Think of a barbecue restaurant. They often will take 1 day off a week, and they're going to actually have people working, cleaning out their pits, because they don't want that. I mean, it's going to cause a fire if you don't, but they are generally going almost 24/7 for a few days in a row. So you've seen that. They just say, we have to take time off here, and they haven't figured out how to do it. You just can't do it fast enough to do it in half a day.
Right.
So, I mean, some will have multiple units, but I mean, some of these major famous ones, Franklin in Austin, they just will be shut down one day, Sunday, I think. So just it makes sense. I wasn't sure what the distilleries did, but when you see that they don't have redundant stills in a lot of cases,
right?
And it makes sense when it's the hottest time of year too.
So if they're closed for 8 weeks for the entire months of July and August.
Right.
They're saving some money on staffing too, right?
Not necessarily. It
Not
just depends on the
necessarily?
situation. I think for the most part, their job descriptions just shift during those times. You know, they're helping clean the equipment. They're helping repair it. They're
So
what
acting like maintenance, like they're doing the maintenance work.
right.
KK, in our case at the power plant, actually that's when they got tons of overtime because there was so much work to get done, and we rarely would even let someone go on vacation during those periods because you needed all hands on deck. We brought in hundreds of contractors too, but our guys would have to be doing extra work. So we go from 8-hour days to 10 or 12s, and we do 6 or 7 days a week, depending on the outage.
Okay.
So they a lot of new vehicles in the parking lot a couple months after the outages because it was pretty lucrative, but the guys worked hard. I mean, it's
Well, as I'm planning my semi-retirement, I was just wondering if I picked up a job at a distillery, am I going to get July and August off?
No,
Apparently
no,
not.
you're still going to be working.
I think you're going to actually be working harder. You're going to be cleaning and doing stuff you really don't want to be doing.
cleaning the plates out of a column still, and you can be
all
doing
that kind of
good
stuff. Yeah. And so that brings up a very interesting point, though. A lot of them will just, distill, and then they'll just get something, and then they'll just take it and redistill it because most of them are sour mash. So the first one is going to be a sweet mash because it is, they're starting fresh. It's all clean equipment and stuff like that. So, so what Jack Daniel's is doing this year, and so that means it's happening, within the next couple of weeks or something like that. Whenever they get started again, they're going to do the first ever Jack Daniel's sweet mash, rather than, changing their process to, distill something and then redistill it. So, because then it's used and stuff like that, they're going to do a sweet mash product and then just from the first run of the year. And then of course, we're not going to see that for years. It's probably going to age 8 years or something.
Yeah, but why didn't they think of that sooner?
I know. It's kind of a cool thing. I want to try it. I want to try sweet mash Jack Daniels. And so it'll be a product that they have down the road. It's just takes someone like Chris Fletcher, to be like, well, why don't we do this? Because we've never done it. Well,
when you can finally sell it, that's making up for everybody's overtime you just paid for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Years later. But yeah, that's smart. They should do that. Marketing got involved in some way. I like that.
Yeah, so it's cool. Just want to make everybody aware of it. Again, it doesn't. They're still all open for tours and stuff like that. It's just it changes what you might see on a tour. So whereas you might see a whole crew working and distilling and stuff like that, you're not going to see that. And some of them may reroute you around that because if they are busy working and there's stuff that you might not be able to see that, so they just change things up. So it just depends on the individual situation.
I also want to throw out because when I did the Bourbon Trails, like I went to it in the summer, like I made it my birthday week, my fault. Your tour guides in the summer may also just be like college kids getting like a summer job. Not saying they're bad. I've had great ones. They're very personable. They're knowledgeable. They've been trained well. But like maybe go in the spring and fall if you like want real whiskey knowledge. So you're just gonna be like, hey, this house was built in like 18 whatever, and does this. Like you're just gonna get facts in the summer. If you want like somebody passionate, go.
That's a good idea.
Go in a different time of the year. That's all.
Their busiest time of the year for tours and stuff like that is this time of the year because kids are out of school, people are taking summer vacations. It's just, the warm weather, people want to get out and do things. So yes, it makes sense that they have to staff up in the summertime, but
and they do. And they've never done a bad job. It's just not the most intense, invasive. I want to ask the question.
Sorry, it would be really interesting from my engineering mind to get a behind the scenes tour during an outage so you could see some of this equipment and how it, but some of it's proprietary, right? Or everybody's still's got its own, so they might not let you. Power plants are generally the same. Tours were awesome during outages. We'd have our turbine and generator torn apart, and people would see, holy crap, this is what you're how you make electricity. Yeah, you get to see all that. But it would be neat to see that from my.
It's going to be on our new adult field trips.
That's right.
I would
love to see that.
Right.
You know what I would actually love to do? Like the vacation movie Vegas Vacation when they did like the Hoover Dam. I would love to do that. Like, get a whole field trip to a dam or a power plant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you go out to Vegas, check it out. Well, it's cool. So there you go. Just that was a PSA. So we work with the government. We have to provide so many of these sort of shows per year. And, this counts as our public service announcement.
It's an educational product that Steve's
Exactly.
putting out here.
Aren't all the bourbon dailies educational?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, maybe some of it is like you probably shouldn't be drinking. This is what happens to you. So, other times, yeah, it's true education. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, KK.
I am on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, the thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. New barrel picks coming in all the time. We are online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.